Hi there guys, Johnny Rose here. Now the title of this video, as you can see, is Ministry of Freedom, the only course that pays you back. And I truly believe that's one of the defining criteria of why Jono Armstrong's Ministry of Freedom is such an incredible course to be on. Now, many of you probably feel watching this video for the first time, you're doing this because you've heard of Ministry of Freedom, so you know what it is. I'm not going to be explaining to you what it's about. And you're probably doing some research, you're wondering, should I jump into this course? Is it really what it's cracked up to be? Can I afford it? And I've had lots of conversations with people who are thinking about jumping into Ministry of Freedom. Many of you have seen my videos on YouTube where I did my week-by-week review and I talked about the highs and the lows and everything I achieved as a result. And you can see now, 6 months in, I am loving it. I'm making thousands of dollars a month. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but I have lots of conversations with people like you, perhaps the sorts of people like you watching this. And one of the questions I get regularly is, well, it's about the financial risk. And one of the things I find myself repeating over and over again, and I thought it warranted a video, was just this key thing about why Jono Armstrong's course is so different to any other high ticket course you'll get out there, which is namely, you get paid back your exact investment. There is 100% guarantee that you'll make your money back. Not because you'll be taught the skills and you have to then go and earn it yourself or work at it yourself, because Jono has something called a rotator. Maybe you've heard about this rotator. Maybe in your research about Ministry of Freedom you understand what it is. But in essence, the rotator is something that happens each and every week where members of Ministry of Freedom who haven't had their investment back yet are put into various groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, so on and so forth. Each of those groups has an affiliate product, one which is launching that week, assigned to them. And then you go out, you might be Group 2, and your product's called Johnny's product. Maybe it's my product, because I'm a product launcher now. And you go out, you make your review video, you get your affiliate link, and you give it to Jono. You literally, in advance of the promotion, you give him your video and you give him your link. Jono then sends out an email blast to his massive list, and you are guaranteed sales off the back of that. So basically every 2 weeks, it's not weekly because there are so many people in the group now, but every 2 weeks, your group, which is a fixed thing, you might be Group 2 for the duration of your time in the program, Group 2 gets their promotion and gets sales sent to their promotion. And basically, in essence, you get guaranteed money, right? Jono's list is so big, everyone makes sales when it's their rotator week. Now, the amount of sales you make might be big, might be small, right? There are people who make maybe $30 per promotion. That's about the lowest I've seen. There are people who make $300 per promotion. I think probably the reigning champions got something like $380 I've seen in the group as a result of them doing nothing, of literally Jono taking their affiliate link, emailing it out, and people buying through that link and them getting the commissions as a result. The commissions don't go to Jono, they go to you. So this is what's going to happen with you when you buy Ministry of Freedom, and there are links below here where you can go to a webinar to learn more, or you can go directly to a sales page where you can save 66% as a result. You can click those links below and learn more, or jump right in, which I encourage you to do if you feel this is for you. Everyone makes back their money. I cannot stress this enough. Literally, just by being on the rotator, even if you do none of the exercises, you do no work at all, you will make your money back as a result of Jono's rotator, which pays you until you reach your investment back. And then people in the course love it so much, they tend to say, no one's asked to, but they just say, let me leave the rotator, I've got my investment back, let other people get on it now, or stay on it, so that there's more wealth to go around. And you can see this. So I'm just in the Ministry of Freedom course now on Facebook. I'm looking at some of the rotator earnings. You can see there, Leon made $316, Xena made $114, excuse me for coughing, Dino made $113, Jay Lee made either 154 or 40, I can't tell. Sorab made, these are my results after one review promo, thank you so much Jono, he made $153 off the back. So you can get earnings one day and also the next day. He made $153. Look at Michael Nash. Michael made $229 just by being on the sales rotator, right? He didn't need a list, he didn't do paid ads, he didn't have to do anything. He just gave Jono his affiliate link and a recorded review video, and Jono got him in return $229 just by virtue of being part of the Ministry of Freedom. Carlos $78. So you can see real people are making real money in this course, and the point I'm trying to get across, because there's so much I could talk to you about Ministry of Freedom. I love Ministry of Freedom, and you'll find so many people who are really enthused about it. I just want to talk about this simple idea. This is the only course in the world where once you've bought in and invested and given your money to it, and it's not a small amount of money, even though you can get 66% off by clicking below, you get that money back. Now you might get that money back in 1 month of being on Rotator, or it might be 3 months. But my point is, you will always get back the money you've paid in, as in literally the money will return to your account. So even if it takes you some time to get it back, at no point, ultimately you'll not be running as a deficit. You will not lose this money. It's not like a course where you have to pay in and then you might lose your focus, or it's not as good as you think, or it's harder than you think. You get this money by being on a Rotator by virtue of just simply being in the Ministry of Freedom course until you get your full investment back. And you start to see things like this. Yesterday were few Rotator sales, so he's talking about $312 from a Rotator sale. Today was all me. So that's the stuff Philip's been learning from Ministry of Freedom. We're not going to talk about that right now. I just want to talk about the Rotator, the very thing that pays you back. And you can see that here. Philip is saying, I made $312 in the last few Rotator sales. Today it's all me. But that's all him, his work. But anyway, he says, I've made my money back from Ministry of Freedom. I will not be needing to be on the Rotators anymore. Another can have the spot. I see a lot of new people here, so welcome. Think about that and what that says, right, about this. If you're trying to get a feel for what's in Ministry of Freedom, what is it about? You have someone here who's saying, well, there's a lot happening in this picture, which I think is really powerful, but hopefully you can just understand the dynamics here. First of all, he's saying, the Rotator got me this money, which is what we're talking about today. As a side thing, he's saying, well, this is all my effort. This is all the stuff he's been learning from Ministry of Freedom. He made nearly $500 the next day after his Rotator day through his own efforts, through all the stuff Ministry of Freedom teaches. And then, that tells its own story over there as well. All of this from Ministry of Freedom. But he says, I have done all he says, I have done all this. I've got my money back, my investment back. Let me now get off this free money, which I'm getting back from Jono. Someone else can have it. And again, Dan Khan's another person. You can see this here. Please remove me from the Rotator. It's getting crowded. I want the new guys to get more sales. This is what you're getting into when you jump into Ministry of Freedom. You're jumping into a world where you're guaranteed to make money. You're literally having money thrown at you via Jono's Rotator. And once that's finished, you have all the skills you need to be making your own money as well. Whether it's a couple thousand a month, or there are people in the group who are making $12,000 or more a month, which is incredible, all because of the variety of things that Jono is teaching. Now, if you want to learn more about Ministry of Freedom, there are links below this video. There are links to a webinar which will teach you everything you need to know about what's in the course. But I suspect at this point, if you're looking at this, you get what this is about, right? You know what Ministry of Freedom teaches you. You've probably seen enough Ministry of Freedom students take over the internet and YouTube at this point to know that it's good stuff. So I just made this video to assure you, you will get your money back. Literally, you cannot fail to get your investment back. You will not lose money, even though it's a big amount of money to commit. You will not lose money by clicking my links below, making that purchase today with a 66% discount, and jumping into Ministry of Freedom. So Johnny Rose, simple Ministry of Freedom student, just like I hope you will be, who's loving it, and you can see all my videos around this course, so you know that I'm very much about it and I've gone through it all. But I just thought, because I'm always answering that question, that this will help answer this for you. You will get your money back. You do not need to worry about losing that money. So click that link, jump in and join us. It's an incredible course and you will thoroughly enjoy it. And if you ever want to reach out or learn more about Ministry of Freedom, you can contact me using my email address below. Happy to answer any questions you have about Ministry of Freedom.